This is what we're going to start today. Try to make a big 8-10 foot stainless steel tree. I've been collecting stainless for a while. You all know that I'm a retired pipe fitter. I'm going to try to get this thing to curve a little bit. Maybe cut some slices into it, bend it, weld it. Who knows? I got some of these. Got some 45-degree fittings. Bend it. I don't know. Let's just get into it. Let me get set up and I'll get back at you. Today we're going to put wheels on that thing. I don't know yet if this thing is going to work. A little big to go through there. Maybe I can set this back gate back a little bit. Put a piece of wood in there. We'll figure that out. Stay tuned. We're gonna need something for this. I'll tell you what, that's hard to cut. And I feel like the blade's trying too hard and it's tweaking a little bit. I think what we're gonna do here's what we're gonna do. So this plugs into 110 or 220. I feel like it's set up for 110. Hasn't been used in a long time. But there's supposed to be a switch, toggle switch, that'll switch it from 110 to 220. I have 220 here and 110, but I would like to find that switch so that I know what this machine is in. Okay? Okay, this machine's pretty cool. It can run on 115 or 230, they're calling it. You know, 110, 220, 221, whatever it takes. You can see that it takes a little toggle between the two, which is not bad if you're just using 115. But if you're plugged into 220, and it's on 115, I don't know, it might blow a fuse or something. Who knows? But check it out. That toggle is in this hole. Toggle down, 230. Toggle up, 115. Pretty cool. Okay, check it out, eh? Air hose. You can hear the compressor. I got it outside the door. It's too loud. There, just shut off. This thing is on. Fan's blowing. You can hear it. Might have an air leak inside there. I got to check that out. Light went off. Got this at about 90 or whatever. I don't even know what it is. Let's see. Beautiful. All right, beautiful. Of course, looks like that tip is really dirty. I'll show you as soon as it shuts off. Soapstone. It's awesome. Now all we got to do is use the plasma cutter. Turn this thing. Cut a little. Cut a little. And then on the bottom of this, we'll leave a section that'll just be a hinge. Click. You got to ground it. You got hook back there. I don't even know. It's gonna cut. See what happens. Yeah, you hear that? The compressor just came on. There's a leak in here somewhere. I gotta take it apart and look at it. It's for tomorrow's proof. Let me find my gloves real quick.
inside. Yeah. These are my favorite gloves today. She got my name on them. All right, here we go. Watch your eyes. Yeah, watch my eyes. Hold on. Can't really see without my glass. I'm going to put these readers on over the dark ones. Awesome. Okay. What are you waiting for? Watch your eyes. Not a good ground. That seemed like it was a breaker. Okay, so we have the compressor and the plasma cutter on the same circuit. You got to split those apart. Remember when I said that the plasma cutter you can plug in a 220? We are going to plug that into 220 by itself, right here behind this wood somewhere, Summers, right there beam. And then we're going to plug, well, we're going to leave the compressor plugged into where it's at. So now I got to find the 220 cord. Look at that, baby. Look at that, baby. Okay. It's just, you know, this hasn't taken long for you, but this has taken all frickin' day for me. So stick with me. Let me get this plugged in. Later. Okay guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try. I just put this red pencil line right here, laid it out, split the pipe into 4 equal spaces all the way around, and then I split it from 1 inch down to 1/2 inch down to nothing. And I want to cut this piece out right here. This piece right here is going to come out from here to here. And then we're going to close this up to that spot right there and see what kind of bend we got in it. You saw me cut this one with the plasma. I kind of don't like the way it leaves it. Stainless gets all sugary. That's what all those bumps and everything are right there. But I'm going to try to grind this. We'll try to grind this line out, make it cleaner, and then grind this side up. Clean it up, try to weld it together, see what happens. I'm going to leave a little bit more on over here too. More on. All right, we're going to clean up that side that was cut with the plasma cutter just to get it cleaned up so we can weld it. All right, it's getting a little ridiculous. I'm looking for my spool of stainless steel wire. I know I have one, can't find it. So I can't use the wire feed welder. So then I found my other welder, stick welder. Found some welding rod, some 309 rod. It's good for stainless, it's good for dissimilar metals. It's not what I want to use, but I'm going to have to buy some stainless spooled wire. That'll be later. So to keep this going, I'm going to use this 309 rod. But it doesn't run that good. I don't like the way it runs. It's harder to use. I got my little machine here. Let me get this out of the way. Let me get the bottle out of the way. I'll get the other machine set up. And we'll see if we can finally weld this thing. I gotta get my reading glasses on so I can see better. Okay, I want it bent the way that it's bent, but I also kind of want to bend it this way. So if I tack it here, this gap will close as it cools. It's going to give me a big gap down here, but we could deal with it. Maybe. There you go. This why doesn't like gaps much. We're gonna see what we do. We get that good. Alright, we got it tacked up, got this giant, yeah, I got, put my file in there. Look at that. Luckily that's how I learned how to weld, so. Start closing those up. This is 309 L16 332. You're going to be welding uphill. Remember to try to stay right close into that flux, right close into that pool. See that? It's trying to blow out on it. It's alright. We'll let that flux pop off and start welding on it again. You can see where it blew through right here. You just knock that flux off. Back over it. Just keep going until it closes up. Nothing that a grinder can't fix. it's blowing out, you just jump up a little higher, continue with the weld, come back and fix that hole later. See that hole right there? Started blowing out, so I just jumped. Started welding up here. Started blowing out right there, so I just jumped. Started welding up here. That's all you gotta do. Just keep going and then come back filling those holes a little bit. We're gonna grind this out, make it look clean anyway. When you're covering these holes, you want to get as much flux out of there as you can. Just make them clean. You don't want to be welding over that flux. here. That's called spit welding. You're just spitting a bunch of weld all over both sides. You try to catch both sides of that gap. Just spit weld all over it. See that after a little bit, it starts closing up. That weld starts closing up, leaving you just little holes to patch later. You know, if we were out on the job, we would have made this all the same gap all the way around, tight, close. Don't have time for that here. Little tricks that you pick up along the way, they help when you're at home just messing around. They also help while you're on the job too, by the way. Just don't tell the inspector. All right, here we go. We're going to close that up a little bit. Again, if it starts burning through, jump to the next. Jump up a little bit. Keep welding. If that starts blowing through, jump up a little bit. We'll get this thing closed. Woo! Let that cool a little bit. You can see that we closed up everything from the top to that big hole right there. You saw that blow through. And then we're closed from underneath that hole all the way down to where we started right here. So not bad for covering up that big gap that was there. When we get all done with this, we'll take a grinder and we'll flatten out those welds a little bit. Who knows, maybe those big ugly welds will look good as a part of the tree, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. Line it out a little bit. That knife edge of your file. Keep that line as straight as you can get. Alright, let's close that up. another technique here. Start at the bottom of the hole, kind of spit some weld all over it, and then I jumped up to the top of the hole. Spit some weld on that. That kind of fall, that hook together, burn together. Boom, covered that hole up. It ain't gonna look good. There ain't no hole. Alongside the grit. Hold up with it. Get that one up. Boom. See what that was? Just hold in there. You want to do this hole. Hold it. Big hole, come right up to the top of it, come back down. Sometimes that roll will follow you right down. Instead of falling in that hole. Okay, that's good for now. It's got a nice dog leg in it. Boom. Grind that down and try to see if we can maybe get it smooth, blend it in. See what that looks like. New battery. Make it a little more aggressive with this thing. Go to this. I'll go faster, see what happens. So that was one weld. I'm hoping that this tree is going to be I don't know, 8 or 10 feet. That would be cool if I could get it in the ground and strong, and it's gonna look cool. But you can see what it's gonna take. That's one weld. That took a pretty long time. We got a lot more welding to do. This thing's gonna be a lot of fun. Stay with me on this one. Hit that subscribe, hit like, hit that bell. Please. Have fun. I'll be back.